I did not swarm them with bees, guys. I I wish I swarmed them with bees, but no. I'm assuming, I don't think Witty was there when it happened last time I streamed this game. I know Odyssey Godzilla wasn't there. No, the reason the character of PTSD is because, well, technically, I love that this happened like what? The original event of this happened like 2 streams ago. We saw the results of it last time, but I'm gonna keep blaming Mavis for it because I let her choose because she said she vaguely knew this game. So I let her choose an option and it got a character killed. And she, she, how do I say this and not get my channel banned? She decided to take flights off a building. Yes. So, that's a little bit, not great. Not great. It was the first character I got killed, and it was not great. Anyways, like we're starting a bit late. I'll say I don't have an excuse. I was just like half dozing off, and then I was like, oh no, my stream is in like 10 minutes. It's fine. Chat cooked pizza. Yeah, no, I let chat choose runs and they mess it up. No, it's fine. I mean, to be honest, I might have not messed up the choices, but I sure as hell messed up the quick times. Like I was struggling so much. Because they're humans too. Are they? Are bees humans? I don't think that's how that works. I mean, this feels like a freaking. I know you don't know the game, but I also play Gnosha, and they have like this whole debate on are aliens humans? Are aliens humans? I'm an anthropomorphized whale. Am I still human? I'm a gray alien who is basically naked. Am I human? Are bees human? Am I human? What is a human? Bees could be human, can they though? I mean, yeah, sure. We'll say that they can be human. Anyways, yes, hi. I'm so unprepared today. Like I was just dozing off. I don't know. I feel like I had to take pictures today for my passport. So I've been spending all day like stressing out, and now I am so tired. Like not even tired, just exhausted because I don't like taking pictures. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know how much detail I should give because it's, privacy and whatever. But like, I am not someone who stresses out of her appearance, but that makes me stress out. That's where stuff is annoying. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just don't like taking pictures. It's fine. I'm not gonna continue talking about it because I wanna forget about it because it's not fun and I want a distraction. I wanna go back to VTuber land where everyone is anonymous and fun. Anyways. That got a bit too real. The letter, yes. We're probably gonna finish Ashton's chapter today, which is something I am actually not happy about. Because although it's great to be far into the game and almost be done, I don't want to play as Luke because Luke absolutely sucks. So yeah, that's gonna be something. I don't want to be a billionaire. I don't want to be an Epstein billionaire. Anything but that. I'm just gonna. Should I skip to yapping? The whole point of the yapping is that I have to yap. I guess I'll yap a little more. Did y'all see? I mean, I know Buddy knows, but did y'all see that I am doing a board game stream tomorrow? Please go watch it. I had to do a lot of stuff to prepare for it, so it would be cool if you watched it. Yeah, I'm promoting myself. I had to read back up on the rules. Like we're playing Nemesis, which is a very fun game, but it's also a very complicated game, and I took it upon myself to be the rule knower for this one, so it's definitely a lot I have to like dump into my brain, but it's okay. It will be fun. Like y'all talked about it a little bit there are a lot of rules for the game. Like, I think it will be fine because the rules are very distributed. It's not like one of those games where you have to know everything right at the start. There's like different phases and I can explain it step by step. But it's still a lot. Like, for example, apparently there's crafting in the game. I did not even know that there was crafting in the game. Like, apparently you can like combine items. I did not even know that was a thing. So, but I decided to be the rule knower, so I have to like read up on everything, and it has taken quite a bit of my time, but it's okay. It's fun. It's something I am excited to do, so I don't mind. Alright, I'm just gonna get into the game. I did not prepare. Normally I like prepare something to yap about. I did not do that today. It's fine. Is it your first time as a DM? Well, it's not DMing, I'm also playing, but it is my first time hosting this type of game, yes. At least like on stream, like I've done it like with friends and whatever, but not as Visa, no. So that is something new. I mean, technically I'm not even hosting it. Technically, Geronius was the person who suggested it, but I kind of took over the hosting because I'm more confident in like explaining the rules and whatever than Geronius is. So that's okay. Where were we? Oh, right, we just came. We just came, period. No. I think we just came out of the office. No, we didn't come out of the office. Something else happened. What were we doing? Oh no, I remember. We came out of the office, then we met up with Zachary. Then we had like a whole talk about like, okay, we need to do something. And then the ghost appeared in freaking the... Alright, and then Rebecca died, and the ghost appeared like in the closet of the apartment. And then under the bed. And then we were like, we have to get the hell out of here. And I think that was the last thing that happened. We left in the car. I think that's what... We just came, Visa 2026. Put it in the Discord, that's what the Discord is for, but yeah, no. we just came. A dreary downpour starts off the Monday. Although it doesn't last for more than an hour, the dark clouds lift just after the sun peeks over the horizon. Brief as it is, the rain has significantly dampened the park's usual cheery vibe. Mornings like this often mark the start of another bad week. And the rest gone wrong, another investigation leading to a dead end, or some truly fucked up shit being called in. I forgot that there's cursing in this game. I was like, it's like getting, whenever I see like a sentence like this in a visual novel, I feel like I'm getting flashbang. Like, they can say fucked up shit in this game. Wow. Like that one time I was dispatched to a scene where a guy gouged out his own eyeball and almost ate it. Oh. Okay, we're starting off strong with the PTSD in this one. Except it's not the characters getting traumatized, it's us getting traumatized by cannibalism mention. Oh great, oh awesome. I was a few cheers away from swallowing it. In fact, lost my dinner that day. Oh gosh, that. Why are we starting with this? That's absolutely disgusting. I wasn't hungry, but now I definitely lost my appetite even more.
Fun times.
Fun times, Ashton. Fun times. Curse, I doubt anything can top getting cursed by them Chi letter of all things. This is the sort of stupid thing people pass along as a prank through emails and text messages for fuck's sake. A ghost chasing after you just puts the icing on that cake. So far, all we've done is run, stoop about, read stuff and run again. It frustrates me to no end how we're still no closer to an answer. Even my car reflects the state my mind is in. For the copies of documents is your every available surface. Scattered all over the place, spilling from the passenger side into the backseat, making an entire mess of a little space there is. Not that I'm any better. My last shower was 24 hours ago. I haven't slept at all, and my last meal was that chocolate porridge thing Isabella offered. I'm just gonna move past the fact that they treat, like, you know, foreign food this way. I'm just not gonna comment on it. I say as I comment on it. That's such a stupid way to say it, but you know, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, is what I say, even though it's very noticeable. The way I am now, I'll definitely get a scolding. If Becca were here, she'd give me an earful and tell me to take better care of myself. Say that I'm killing myself on the job. Yes, if only Becca was here. I can already hear Isabella complaining about how dark the bags under my eyes are getting and about how I absolutely reek and need a shower pronto.
I can rest easy when this is all over.
It's not that I can feel the pang of hunger, but that woman chasing after you, it's difficult not to feel anything other than horror. Rush of adrenaline coursing through my veins is my desperation to survive. In fact, I can still sense the ghost of her touch from last night. Her pointy digit once tightly around my ankle and that horrid smile she has on her as she pulls me closer. The memory is enough to send a shiver up my spine and make me antsy. Perhaps the only thing comforting about this is the sight of my gun nearby. Ah, yes, gun. From my dashboard, sunlight glints off the... Ah, yes. From the same guy who named his car Shirley, we get named gun. Glance off Ophelia's surface. Normally, I keep it hidden in a compartment. Luxembourg police regulations only allow authorized people to carry firearms, and even those are limited. I do have that authorization, but I never really saw the need for its use when the standard issue tasers are more than good enough to incapacitate everyone. If not, I can always throw them on their back. Those pseudo lessons that forced me to get as a kid has its uses too. On a ghost though, all of those will probably yield the same result. They're all useless. I might as well use a stick. I've reached the feeling of ease I'm after, or what little of it I can gather from it. The awareness that I, at least, have something to protect myself with in case things go wrong. Ashton, I am so shocked that nobody has realized yet that Zachary used the camera flash on the ghost and it actually flinched and went away. Like, why is nobody... Zachary, I like Zachary, so I don't want to give him too much slack for this. But Zachary, should you not, like, mention that to your friends? The fact that bright lights seem to, you know, scare it away. Is that not, you know, important? B, do you know about the Odyssey Godzilla, what are you- why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me? I know exactly what you're doing. And I know exactly where you got it from. Why would you do that to me? I do know about despair. I do know about despair. You silly you. Like, I can still protect the people who are still depending on me despite the missteps I've taken. It doesn't take the edge off, though, that feeling that your whole body has been strained far beyond its capacity. Frankly, I'm already running out of steam. The only thing pushing me right now is knowing someone's still depending on me. A stretch is still in order, though. I've been sitting here since last night. So when I step out from my car, closing it behind me with a thud as I take in my surroundings. The rain that wonders, the morning air feels crisper and cooler than it's ever been in days. Than it has ever been in days. Ah yes, I love the grammar in this game sometimes. Than it has ever been in days. For once, the weather seems to be taking a turn for the normal. Luxembourg is normal. In the distance, beyond the building lining the horizon, dark clouds are blowing in.
A storm might be due this evening, give or take.
A shame for the people looking forward to Halloween tonight. I'm just not sure whether this is something I can look forward to as well. Still, I bask in the change it brings. Inhale, exhale, breathing in, singing in the peace as if it'll be my last. But as with all good things, the quiet surely comes to an end. Not necessarily a bad end. The chatter reaches my ears first, halting my movements. Sure enough, when I glance up I find them, second Isabella, just after they've entered the park grounds, bags of convenience store food in hand. After last night's flight from Salomon, we've elected to stay the night here, unsure if our own homes will still be safe. Normally, we'd all be adverse to the idea of spending the night outside like this, but panic and distress has tainted that decision. It's not like any of us has gotten an ounce of sleep anyway. On the off chance one of us did, it only lasted but a second, or it's a fitful one. Looking at them right now, from afar, it's easy to mistake them for just friends on a day out. Isabella is gesturing wildly with her arms as she talks, something funny or amusing probably, because it's soon followed by Zach's booming laughter. Their voices fill the atmosphere with light air, temporarily easing off the disheartening mood. It's easy to pretend we're not knee-deep in a life-and-death situation the way they're acting now. It's to forget we've lost someone. If anything, it's only their appearance that betrays that mask. Slightly disheveled, bags under their eyes, an exhausted curve in their shoulders, and dragging footsteps. But the closer they get, the more obvious these signs are to the naked eye. Zach tosses an energy drink my way the moment the distance allows it. Isabella hands me the other bag she's holding before seating herself on the edge of the fountain. The scent of warm food immediately wafts her in the back when I open it, carried further by a passing breeze. Whatever sweet sauce they dribbled over this pork wannabe, it smells heavenly. Hell, even the sorry-looking vegetables seem appetizing. Despite myself, without even checking exactly what this is, hunger swiftly takes over every rational thought I dig in without waiting for them to start. Both of them appear to be of the same mind too. Soon enough, they also start with theirs. No casual talk while we fill our empty stomachs. Exhausted as we all are, food is something we can't forgo. Starvation dulls the thinking, weakens the body. If we are to survive this, we're gonna have to take care of ourselves first. I know that's what Rebecca would do. In a matter of minutes, we're done in dumping the empty cartons on a nearby waste bin. Along with it is a shift in mood. Back to the problem at hand. The comfortable atmosphere from minutes ago was nice while it lasted. Admittedly, I've missed these kinds of moments between us. We never had the chance, always busy on some project or work. The things we've taken for granted, now we're realizing how valuable they are. With one of us gone, the world has an awful sense of humor. What the one we've just had is short-lived. It's another thing I want to look forward to. If we ever free ourselves from this damned curse, I'd like to believe there's a way. For now, we have to focus back on the present. This. That people. The letter. The curse. It's not simple to bring these up, but necessary.
What now? Where do we go from here?
It's not a question directed at anyone in particular, but they all look at me as if my face is all the answers in the world. I used to think so. Back when I was on top of my game, I'm still sure of everything. Now, there's just uncertainty sullying whatever decision I come up with. At some point, logic has simply stopped working here, and we've started grasping at straws. Along with exhaustion, fatigue, and stress, we've had enough killing to get a fire burning. The not-so-pleasant kind of fire. I love that you can just tell by the composition of this image. I don't know if I have my mouse visible, I think I do. I love that you can tell by the composition of this image that Rebecca is supposed to be standing here. At least, if you've kept her alive. But the fact that she is missing so obviously also makes this picture hit well, even if its own, like, right. I like it when games do this type of variation thing. The not so pleasant kind of fire.
I think it's clear. We can't just stay here.
But we can't just keep running like this either, Zach. Sooner or later, she'll...
We don't really have a choice, Bella. We can't even go back to our own homes. No matter where we go or hide, she's gonna get us.
You're giving up again.
I ain't! I'm just being realistic. Nowhere's safe. Even if dying's the last thing I want to do right now, I can tell there is no way that woman's...
This is just like your movie all over again.
Oh, yikes.
This and that are two different things, Bella. And you know what? Right now, I'd rather see my movie flop twice over than go through this.
Just because this whole thing doesn't look good, doesn't mean there isn't a way out. Zach, I know Rebecca wouldn't...
Oh, don't bring up Rebecca. That's not gonna help in this situation.
Rebecca's gone, Bella. And if what happened last night didn't tell you how bad...
I know that! You don't have to keep reminding me. Do you really think I don't blame myself for everything?
Nobody's telling you to think that way!
No, but you might as well just say it. Even if no one else does. I know everyone thinks this is...
Alright, that's enough!
Oh gosh. I don't even know what to say about this. This is just rough. Like, I was kind of joking when I said everyone has PTSD, but I don't think it's a joke. I think they're actually, like, going through it.
Both of you, stop this!
Oh god, oh no. No, Ashton, please stop yelling. Please stop yelling. No, you don't understand. So I had talked about this a bit last stream, but I have heard Ashton's VA, or voice actor, also do another role, and now that he's yelling, I suddenly hear it. Like, I only noticed when I read it on, like, the credits page. But now that he is yelling, I hear it, and it's making me not be able to take this character seriously. Ashton, please stop yelling before I cannot unhear the similarities. They both faltered in silence at my words, and an awkward, stifling mood descends between the three of us. I do not mean to shout, to snap at them, to add to that kindling, not a moment when any time, anywhere she might get to one of us. We're on the same boat, yet here we are, playing the blame game. Little by little, we're falling apart, giving into the pressure, to the bleak situation we're trapped in. It just goes me for this to happen, to divide each of us so she can pick us off one by one right after. Who knows? Anything's possible now if her kind can exist. With the fire burning between us, rising as high as it does now, I'm afraid, deadly afraid that the possibility might come sooner than I can figure this all out. Fuck, I still can't think straight. I can't even believe the next words coming out of my own mouth, that out of everyone, I have to be the one saying these to them. This is more their forte than mine, keeping the peace, placating everyone while I unintentionally aggravate people with badly chosen words. Funny how fast the tables have turned after just one unfortunate incident. How am I even supposed to cope?
If we all want to get out of this mess in one piece, we're gonna have to cool our heads first.
For my own temper flares, I walk away and slide back into my car. If the door slams with more force than needed, I like to blame it on the pent-up anger boiling in me. I'm not even sure what or who I am angry with. The ghost, at them, or maybe at myself for being this useless. Despite none of them saying it, I know, goddammit. They're still counting on me. In spite of my failures, of every harsh word I've uttered, or how unbearable I can be as a friend. It's there when the tension after the argument finally breaks, and one by one they follow me and get in the car. Oh hi Kirky, hello. It's in concerned glances they shoot my way when I start the engine without a word and drive off. It's in their silence, a heavy gift, their unwavering trust. Yet, it's one I'm more than willing to carry, even though through my own exhaustion, if only to keep them safe. In a city of 68,000 strangers, they're the only ones I have left. The tonal whiplash I am getting right now, they are really going from chilling in a park and being very melancholic and, I don't know, Shakespearean, to, okay, we're fighting and yelling at each other now, to pure despair, they're all relying on me, to, we're chilling in the city. Like, can this game pick a tone, please? No, in all seriousness, a good rest is still our best bet for now. Thinking of an exhausted brain is almost as good as running around in circles. We might as well just throw ourselves at the ghost and be done with this. The local Irish pub. Are they gonna meet up with Marianne? Is that why they're going to the Irish pub? Because they're gonna meet up with Marianne and see... I'm gonna be so for real, I kind of forgot that Marianne exists. Like, she had her chapter, she had her lesbian arc, and then she just kind of disappeared. Like, she's... I guess she appeared at the start of this chapter. Actually, I don't think even she appeared in this chapter. I think it was only in her chapter that you saw it from her perspective when she interacted with Ashton. But yeah, no, she is just gone. I completely forgot she exists. Anyways, the local Irish pub may not be the best place to hang around when one hasn't slept a wink or you're stressed. More often than not, it's loud. Sometimes the music played by drunkards gets to the ears and the whole place smells like piss on a bad day. All in all, it's a very definition of the last place I'll hang around after a wakeful night, but it's safe. We're as safe as it can be with G security watching the place. Makes it easy to find help in case you might find yourself in a tight spot. Plus, being owned by a person I've implicitly placed my trust on provides some semblance of comfort too. Gregor, Bartender G, or just G to his regular patrons might be rough around the edges. Sometimes a bit too gruff for a man serving drinks behind the counter, but he belongs to the good folk of this city. If there's anyone in this place I can rely on to look after people important to me, it's probably him. He means well, surprisingly, despite his surly demeanor, cares to some extent for people he likely only sees once or twice a week on a bad day. Not the best job in the world, in my opinion, but that's exactly it, isn't it? In wine, there is truth. Alcohol, in this case. A loosened tongue versus one to let his or her guard down, whatever inhibitions anyone has, and all flighted straight out the window after a few glasses. It's made him observant too, always has one or two things to say about someone or something, most of the time it's me, opinionated ass. But God knows how many times I've asked for his help when I met with a dead end in the case or I'm in trouble. This time's no different. As expected, the moment we show up, he's kind enough to offer us a room at the back of his shop. A single look at my face, I don't even need to say anything, and the next thing we know, he's leading us in. No questions asked. Maybe it's also for the reason why I find myself drifting towards his station hours later, after I've gotten that much needed shut-eye. Newly washed drinking glasses and tumblers line the counter surface when I enter the room. Behind the bar, G is busy wiping each of them clean, likely prepping it for tonight's use. Briefly, he glances up at me whilst I claim one of his empty stools and grab a rocks glass sitting close to my elbow. Turning it absent-mindedly in my palm just to keep my hands occupied while my brain's busy, still trying to make sense of everything. Why is my voice dying? Hello? Can you not do this, please? I have to read in this game. Why is my voice dying? Let me sip my drink. Sometimes I don't get why certain games or on certain days will make my voice die and they will not on other days. It's just random, to be honest, it feels like. Just bad days and good days. Even at the dead hour, with only a few patrons milling about, this place still smells strongly of liquor. Honestly, I've never grown fond of it. Regardless of how many times I've made a trip or sat here on the same spot just talking with the old man. Never been fond of drinking in the first place, yet oddly, it's a nasty odor of a brewery that helps clear the mind this time. Along with the lack of the establishment's usual hubbub and the occasional clinking of glasses. Even more bizarre is that, through my lack of words, she doesn't say anything. Although it's clear from the way his mouth is curved up in a tight frown that he has questions, a bucket load of it, he wisely keeps it shut. Instead, he simply focuses back on his work. Rinse, wipe, stash away, repeat, going through the motions with such familiarity it's almost a trance. Watching his precise movements, quietly like this, with these thoughts swimming inside my head, it's easy to lose track of everything around me. One solid lead on this, one possible way to sort this out, but will it work? Especially if my assumption's correct and that the reason Zach was there yesterday morning was because of the curse. Whoop whoop bark bark Mavis! There's the person I already managed to blame in like the first 15 minutes of this stream. Welcome back, Mavis. I am so happy you were able to be here and watch. I was in meeting for school. What I did I miss? Honestly, not that much. We were at the park after they left Isabella's apartment after the ghost showed up. Ashton had like a whole internal monologue of everything is bad, Rebecca's gone, we're laughing but we're all in pain, they're all relying on me. He was having his moment, and then they yelled at each other for like, you know, Zachary wants to just run away because he doesn't think they can win, and Isabella feels like everyone's blaming her. They had like a 5-second angry shout match, and that's really all that happened. Now they're at the bar just trying to catch some sleep, and Ashton is still monologuing. What is their plan? Well, so far they don't really have a plan. They're here because they're still forming a plan. All that they know is that they cannot go back home because it's not safe. We're about to find out what the plan is, I think. Ashton is about to get to it. Especially if my assumption is correct and that the reason Zach was there yesterday morning was because of the curse. Something must have happened there for him to see the need to visit the place that morning. What if the couple has fallen victim to the curse too? It doesn't fall outside the realm of possibility. I've been so biased, not even thinking that Maven shows up and I immediately lose my ability to speak. That's crazy. The library wasn't safe too. That's not gonna work out. I mean, here's the thing though. It's better being together than being alone because the ghost is like way more. So far, aside from that one bedroom scene, they've mostly been attacked while alone, so. Also the elevator, I guess, but you know, you get what I mean. Being all in their own houses is not gonna solve anything. It doesn't fall outside the realm of possibility. I've been so biased, not even thinking that they might be in danger as well. Well, during the open house with Isabella, they might have seen the letter and... Fuck.
Stupid, stupid, stupid. Some fucking detective I am.
Steal your brain power with my presence? Alright, this is not the story, but this is some important things I mentioned. One, I think they are stupid. Right, there's one very important thing you missed, Mavis. You missed the fact that Ashton has not only named his car Shirley, but also has named his gun. His gun is apparently called Ophelia, which I think is just too in character. I'm so done with Ashton. Also, they're probably gonna meet Marianne here is my theory, because I forgot she exists, but she goes to this pub, so, you know, she has to come into it at some point. A true American, you're so right. Also, I'm gonna have to add one to the 10-year-old counter for this one, and I'm not gonna explain why because it's spoilers, just trust me on that. This is already the second time I've mentioned stupid ass 10-year-old in this stream, but the first one was not my fault. That was because honestly Godzilla was being mean. Anyways, that's likely the moment when Cooper saw it. If the logic holds, I need to hurry there right away, and if there are answers anywhere, it would be there. It should be there, where all of this fucking mess started. If it's not only my life on the line here, there are others. What happened to us, I won't wish on anyone else, no matter how much I loathe them, or how complicated all of this has suddenly become. The letter, the woman, the mansion. And now there are voices lacing venom inside every crevice in my head, members that jeer, scoff, and deride whenever an opportunity presents itself.
Because you didn't listen.
What?
It's all your fault.
I need to go cook food, I'll be listening. No, don't even deny it, honestly, Godzilla, don't even deny it.
Why won't you believe me?
A minor of what I failed to do and who I failed. At some point, they all began to blur together, twining and coiling. Every horrid image and memory of her seeking the forefront of my mind. No matter how much I refuse to remember the fear I felt then, to push it as far back as I can, the visions come to me like a deluge. And before I know it, before I can drown, another voice pulls me out of it.
You're doing good there, boy.
His hand is on my shoulders, gripping it tightly and giving me a light shake. There's relief in his face when I finally look up at him, although his frown appears more distinct than the concern in his eyes. It's deeper now, marked with worry and agitation. He does let go when I offer him a small nod, but the furrow between his eyebrows never leaves his face. He always has a knack for reading people after all, even someone who can be as closed off or distant like me. In all the time I've spent in the forest, there's only one other person who's as keen as this old guy, the chief. Funny, and weird to some degree. I've pointed out to him so many times before how much they look alike, only for the observation to be brushed off with a vehement tone. They're obviously triplets, guys! It's the game is so not hiding the fact that they are triplets, like it's incredibly, ridiculously blatant. But Ashton's still like, I wonder why they look alike. I wonder why this guy and the priest and the police chief will look alike. They're triplets. They're triplets, guys. It's not even remotely hidden. I've never brought it up again after the third time, out of respect for the guy. Whatever it is, it's clearly something he doesn't want to talk about. Why push, right? However, during times like this, it's impossible for the thought not to come up. He even has to glare down pat. Under his wordless scrutiny, I feel like a damn rookie again.
You're looking a bit green. Sure you got plenty of rest back there? You were only out for an hour or two. Wouldn't hurt to try and get some sleep. I'll keep an eye out.
No need. Don't worry about me. I won't be able to get some sleep anyway.
Not with her face so clear in a clear picture in my head, no.
I heard that from you before. Not buying it. What's the story this time? This as bad as that case with the guy who ate his own eyeball?
Oh, right, you missed that too, Mavis. Gross as cannibal story. I'm not gonna repeat it. It was very gross, and I am so sorry the game is bringing it up again while you were trying to make food. I am very glad you did not have to hear that.
I wish it were. Jesus, stop reminding me. I hated that case. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you get a kick out of telling people about it.
It's useful, you know, for blokes who don't know their limits. Sends them right out the door after I start with a description. Or was it the part when the poor schmuck gouged his eyes out?
I am so sorry, Mavis. I am so sorry this game is doing this to you while you're trying to make food.
Nasty, awful, icky stuff, and it gets the job done. Like I said, useful. Don't even need to call security these days if I want to kick someone out. Anyway, pretty sure that pales in comparison to whatever this is now.
I know you hate cannibalism. Like, how much do I want to spoil? How much am I willing to spoil about a random game? You know what? I'm willing to say this much. I know you hate cannibalism. Literally the whole reason I have not told you to play a specific game, even though I love that game and I love recommending it to people, is because you hate cannibalism, and I'm not gonna do that to you. So I know. I'm sorry the game is making it a thing it's mentioning right now.
I haven't seen you this stressed out since they closed that case. The one from 10 years ago with your professor friend?
Abigail and her team weren't able to solve that one, G. No one has been able to. It just went cold.
Same difference. But what do I know, eh? I just serve drinks, listen to people's problems and their whining, then make sure they get home safe afterwards. Thing is, I'm also not blind, kiddo. And you can bet your ass I can tell when a person's about to fall apart.
What? Is this some form of therapy from you? Are you going to offer me free drinks now?
Really, I can use some right now, something to numb the senses. But when has that helped anyone? Good point, Ashton. Do not drink away your problems.
In your dreams, kid. Last time someone gave you the hard stuff, your photographer friend had to haul you out of this place almost half naked.
I'm sorry, what? No. Forget the eyeball story. This story I want to hear. I want to know what kind of absolutely dumb shit Ashton gets up to when drunk. That would be so much more interesting to hear.
Hey, I can handle my liquor when I put my mind to it.
Sure, buddy. Alcoholics can stop drinking whenever they feel like it.
Not from what I've seen, nope. Besides, you usually avoid drinking. Either way, it's out of the equation. And when booze no longer counts, we just talk. So, talk. It's not like anyone within earshot will care. That chap over there only wants his cricket matches.
I doubt you believe it, G.
I've heard worse stuff. Try me.
You know that mansion down at Anslem?
Yeah, who doesn't? You live in this town long enough, it's impossible not to hear a thing or two about it. Bloody locals.
Well, my friend found a primitive version of a chain letter in there. Now that we've seen it, we're cursed.
A beat passes. For a long moment, she stands there, unmoving, his hand stops short of placing the glass he's been wiping prior back to a rack on his left. All the while, he stares at me with eyes that are nothing short of scrutinizing. He probably assumes I'm joking. Who wouldn't? Not a week ago, I've been put in the same position. Even now, in spite of things I've seen and heard, it simply won't sink in. Or maybe this is just desperation creeping in, the idea that I may not be able to find a way out of this. Whatever the case, for people who haven't experienced what I'm going through, this will merely sound like an awful Halloween prank.
It's not a prank.
This must have been what Isabella felt like the whole time he made fun of her that day.
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Now it's too late. We're stuck in a never-ending nightmare, and the only way out might be death. And like I've expected, G's reaction to it, and amused laughter. It booms through the whole pub after a long bout of silence, like I've just told him a particularly funny joke.
Okay. Good one, kid. You don't want to spill. No one's forcing you. Seriously, though. Good one.
Although I want to be angry with him, I can't find it in myself. Can't even muster the angry energy for a scowl or glare. Nothing but a taste of my own medicine to temper the annoyance bubbling up in me, I suppose. And yet, echoing her words is the best I can do.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, alright, good luck with that. You're on your own.
I would feel bad, but also taste of your own medicine, Ashton. Taste of your own medicine.
Here I thought you didn't have an ounce of humor in that body. Guess I'm wrong.
He shakes his head, lets another chuckle before returning to his tasks. By now, almost half the glasses have been put away. The only ones remaining are the smaller kind used for shots and stamped out one for cocktails. Despite being busy with his task, his amusement does not entirely disappear from his face. He keeps talking as if I'm simply another customer he entertains with his stories. But we both know it's more than that. If the wistful expression on him says anything.
Man, can't believe you're the same rookie who walked in here almost a decade ago. Too smart for his own good, that boy. Has always been 2 steps ahead of things. Now he's here, sulking.
I must have screwed up somewhere then.
I must have screwed up a lot. For things to suddenly shift like this, for me to become a mere shadow of the person I used to be.
Nah, I don't think so. This one, screwed up? Not by a mile. It's too early to say. You've still got several years ahead of you, Holmes. Take it easy. But some things change, eh? It has been years, and you were a kid back then. You know, the sort that's a bit unsure, making all the horrible decisions in life he'd eventually be embarrassed to talk about.
You never stop calling me kid, though.
Well, you still are. It's just that this time, you're sure of who that badge and gun is for. What was it you police types usually say? To protect and serve, yeah?
A significant pause follows at his heels. For both of us, as he allows its meaning to sink in and spur something in me, stirring a feeling both heavy and forceful but not completely unwelcome. Familiar. Though before I can even clarify what he's trying to imply or gather my thoughts on the matter, Jay turns away to begin his work on the silverwares. He'll need those too, once more of his patrons coming for lunch. Slow and easy. A sharp contrast with the strained air we've been wanting through these past few weeks. A fleeting moment, but one I allow myself to relish. It's only because of his absence lately. The way things are now, this is almost a gift. So when it all ends with a loud shuffling of foot from the adjacent hallway, a sigh is all that leaves me. There's no need for me to look up to know who it is. Zach's treads alone are telling. There's always a way that's set to them. Steps are taken with a lazy cadence. Like he's always trying to make himself smaller, less conspicuous than he actually is. In a place he's unfamiliar with, he also tends to linger, stand awkwardly at the sides as if he's all too afraid to break something. That, or he's waiting for permission of some kind. Either way, he's never been the kind to barrel headfirst at things or forgo courtesy despite appearances. Much like how Rebecca's mother Henning believes her fiery temperament or Isabella's rare displays of maturity appear at odds with her youth. There's been a lot of those in my life, it seems, more so from the people I've grown closer to over the years. Walking contradictions, we all are. It's a wonder how I've ended up as friends in the first place. But maybe that's also exactly why, to some extent, there's still an understanding in there, in knowing. And no matter how long you've been together, or how familiar you are with a person's habits, or how many lifetimes there might all be for you, one can never fully know a person. Sometimes it works because they merely chose to stay. Sometimes it's as simple as someone extending a hand first for an apology, regardless of every hurtful word said.
Hey. Hey, Ash?
This time, I glanced at him, briefly gauging the mood. Not because of reconciliation's an issue for me, between us it never will be. But somehow this is another thing I'm also afraid to see crumble in front of me. One wrong word and this all going to end in another. One wrong word. If this is going to end in another argument, we might as well stop as early as now. There's another long pause from him, in which he can't seem to figure out what to do with his hand. In the end, he chooses to stuff both into his pockets and turn his eyes at the now empty space behind the counter. Without our notice, Gia stepped back into the kitchen, leaving only the two of us and everything awkward in the world at the moment. Still, Zach stretches on, in a hopeful tone slipping into his way simply because it's the only thing he knows how to do.
Did you you know, get any sleep?
It's a start, at least. A stiff one, but a start. The least I can offer in return is a rare honesty.
For a few hours, yeah.
Courage, I don't know how to pronounce this word. Brusque? I don't know. Brusque. Then an ounce of friendliness in it. In spite of it, Zack takes it as a sign. Relief washes over his shoulder and his shoulders relax and he releases a tense breath. Soon he is closing the distance he has put between us and flops into the chair to my right.
I think the better question is if the dreams are pleasant. And for the record, no.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get those a lot.
He shifts in his seat, cuffs, jumps his finger and lets counter for a short while, then falls silent. That's it, no apologies. Somehow, that short exchange is all we need. The air changes again, much like everything we've known lately. Maybe not for the better, not yet, however it's less suffocating with less hostility and resentment. The camera is easy to pretend, easy to forget. Not that it's a thing that'll happen anytime soon, but one can dream. In a situation where death might come knocking any time, it's these little hope we cling to. It's these little things we wish will happen again. I'm not an optimistic person by nature. Hopeful, maybe, but never optimistic, though I want to believe there's a way we'll live through this nightmare. For the sake of the Mummy Plus, they really love being like, every 5 seconds. Oh yeah, Rebecca's dead by the way. Oh yeah, we miss Rebecca. Rebecca's gone. Rebecca's not here anymore. We've lost Rebecca. I like it. I like it when games don't just... Honestly, I prefer them overdoing it like this compared to games where someone dies and nobody cares. Like, there are some visual novels out there, or even just other types of story-based games, like, you know those more movie-like games where you also, like, most of the gameplay is just making choices and quick times, and like certain characters can die off or you can keep them alive. Some of those games really have an issue with, even though if someone dies, they just never bring it up again. They do not care. I'd rather they do this than just not bring it up at all. I'd rather they overdo it than just make the whole point of certain characters can die be totally irrelevant. That is a pet peeve of mine if games do that. It's just funny how it took all of this to spur these kinds of thoughts in me. I can't even remember the last time something like this has occurred to me. For some reason, after seeing one harrowing thing after another, I've simply forgotten.
Why are you suddenly smiling like that?
Huh? Oh, no, I was just thinking about something.
Well, it better be something that'll get us out of this mess.
What makes you think I know how to fix this? Until 2 days ago, I didn't even believe a word you guys have been telling me. Zach, I function better when I'm dealing with homicide cases. Hell, feel free to throw in the usual robbery and missing persons case into the mix. I don't care. Give me a few days and I'll give you a lead. This isn't how I operate. This isn't what I'm good at. For all you know, I might even end up getting us killed. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, the fact that you're frustrated but still trying already means something, Ash. Besides, you don't make that face unless you already have an idea. It can't be any worse than this. Maybe. What's on your mind, Ash?
There really is something about Z-Man. Between Rebecca and him, I tend to share with him things I won't normally say to the other. Unlike her who pushes, sometimes with the same tenacity as her moods, Zack has a strange tendency to ease people into telling him what he wants to know. Oftentimes, the question feels so subtle it catches me off guard, but less words or more forbearance. After all, out of everyone, he's the most grounded. Really, he's like the older brother I never had, the kind you can depend on when things go sour. The kind you tell things to simply because he'll listen without forcing his own opinions on you.
We still have one more lead we haven't checked. I'm gonna look into it tonight.
It doesn't take him long to put two and two together, and his calm expression abruptly dissolves into worry the second he realizes what I meant. I completely forgot about this because it happened like a week ago. But I looked at the store page for this game for a reason I have already forgotten. And one of the promotional images they use on the Steam page to, show off the game It's actually a low-key spoiler, so I think I have a feeling where this is gonna go. But yeah, that was a very interesting image I saw over there. We've already examined the letter, read through piles of documents. There's really only one we haven't given a once-over. The mansion. Of course, Zach may not be the kind to push, but that doesn't mean he agrees with everything that comes out of my mouth. It's his way of keeping me steady and on my feet through the years.
Hold on, didn't you tell me not to go in there? Whatever happened to stay away from Luke Wright?
You're an unarmed civilian, Zach.
I have a gun.
And so?
So, I want you to stay here and keep yourself safe. I probably won't take too long, but I don't know what might happen. I'm not even sure if I'll find something in there. G will keep an eye on you guys.
Huh. I am actually shocked they are not running into Marianne here. I really thought that was where this would go.
If you need anything, if that woman shows up, just holler. He'll help out, no questions asked. You don't
Actually,
even
now
need to
that I
explain
think about it, I don't even know where Marianne is. Is she not still in the cellar? I don't remember. I don't remember how our chapter ended. Whatever. He's not willing to concede, not with the manner he grips his knees or the rigid set to his jaw.
I'm going with you. You can't go in there alone, Ash. I heard something. The morning I was there, I heard someone scream and then there was a woman crying and...
If I'd gone to investigate that, Zach would have been so dead. He would have been so dead.
I don't know what's going on inside that mansion, but I am telling you, you shouldn't face whatever's inside alone.
Before I can stop myself, a heavy breath escapes from my mouth. It's one of those times again where Zach means well, but he's completely missing the point I'm trying to make. What things take a turn for this? When he gets in a mood like this, he's almost as headstrong as Isabella. How and where do I even start? I refuse to have the relationship go sour. These are my homies. These are my bros. I do not want to. This is a nice option. I'm gonna go with, I don't want to have to worry about you. Yeah, that's a good one. There are only two ways this will end. I agree with him and take him with me, or I agree with him and drop the idea altogether. Neither appeals more than the other, especially when we're all desperate for answers and a way out. If all it takes is a little more honesty to make him drop this harebrained idea, so be it.
Look, man. Bro. Z-man. Zach. Zachary, listen.
The bro, I know I just called them my bros, my homies, but not the bros, even Zach, Zachary, oh gosh. Actually, you were so cringe, I'm sorry.
I know you only want to help.
Like hell! This ain't just about helping, Ashton! You're throwing yourself in the thick of it, on your own! Was your fall last night really that bad? Did you hit your head hard? I honestly can't tell if you've gone stupid or just plain suicidal.
My head's okay, Zach. But it won't stay that way if we don't do anything about this.
You're back with food, yippee. What kind of food? What do you have?
Someone has to.
Seriously, this is already a desperate move. The longer we dally, the faster we're losing our options. Do we even have one? Looking back at it, this whole business with the ghost seems perfectly set up to drive us into a corner. Either until we lose our mind or she gets us. It's starting to feel as if there isn't an escape. We've already become our playthings the second Isabella found that letter. In our lives, our inner hand sticks me off big time, but the idea of watching the people I care about die helplessly, more so. They're much safer here than with me. It's a selfish thought, I know, born out of fear. So in case things go awry, the very last thing I want to happen is for Zach to take the fall with me. So true, so true. Damn, Zach. Shrimp pasta, hell yeah. I've already made enough mistakes.
And that means it's just you.
Just me.
You probably also should take your gun with you, not gonna lie. Suddenly, he climbs up. Although his actions, the restless shift in his shoulders, his mouth pressing close in a tight line, and how he starts off again in a quiet note. It all gives away his real thoughts, long before the two words of you made it out of his mouth.
I'm sure you already know about this. This this won't really bring her back.
So anyways, the PTSD in the title is not a lie.
Maybe this is you trying to make amends, or whatever. I don't know. You're making your own decisions here. But if something happens to you, it'll be just that. You'll just be another dead body out there.
Damn, this is deep. I am 14 and this is deep.
Please, don't do something like this.
Don't worry. I'm not stupid enough to get myself killed. I just want things to go back to normal, Zach.
Another dead air follows at the heels of that one admission. The meaning of my words, too heavy, too striking, it sends us into another lull. Optimism aside, we're both aware that it's impossible. We're going to have to deal with the trauma right after. There will be images, the voices whispering inside our heads, the foreboding feeling. The stench of blood, gore, and death trailing after us. We may survive this, but those things, they will remain in us for a long time. One does not survive something like this without leaving something in you. Just the mere thought of what might come right after makes me dread it. I am feeling so torn right now between letting this game do its emotional talk and being silly and blaming Mavis again. No, I feel like I'm doing it too much. I won't. What does change in all of us? But I suppose that outcome is more acceptable, the lesser of two evils.
3 hours.
My head snaps up and I turn to him puzzled. He's staring at his hands with a thoughtful expression, brows furrowed in deep concentration. Like he's trying to choose the right words to convey what he's about to say. Not my fault. But is it though? It's all Cub Scouts. You watch Cub Scouts play this game? I know you said you watched someone play this game. I did not know it was Cub Scouts. I did not know Cub Scouts played this game. Oh my god, he... Oh, did he? Did he? Did he? Yeah, wait, no, I have to find this right now. Also, I knew you said you watched someone play this game. I did not know it was Cub Scouts. Now I wanna find this so I can watch it as well. Obviously, I'm not gonna watch like parts of this game I have not played yet, but I'm just curious now. I am also very curious. I actually cannot find it. Are you sure? Are you sure? Maybe it was just taken down or something, but I genuinely cannot find it. Oh, very interesting. I just went on YouTube to look up the thing and I see the notifications for comments from my previous video and I forgot to ask people to comment how they wanted to be lobotomized. I was like, what the fuck are these notifications? Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, back to the game. Like he's trying to choose the right words to convey what he's about to say.
3 hours? For what?
I wonder, Ashton, 3 hours for what? Ashton is so stupid sometimes.
That's more than enough time to go there, to check things, like you said, and travel back here. If you don't show up here beyond that, I'm going after you.
From his tone, it sounds almost like a warning. I'm not sure this is his intention. But hearing something like that from a person like Zach, I can't help but chuckle and throw it in a jibe, despite how dire things are. Just like the old times.
Make that 4.
What? You said you're just gonna check things. Why would you even need that long?
He needs to be stealthy, Zachary. He's not gonna get arrested for trespassing.
Speed limit?
I don't know what I was expecting him to say, but speed limit was not it. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. And yet somehow speed limit is very funny to me right now.
Speed limit? Speed limit?
Just speed limit. Just speed limit. This is so not funny. Why am I laughing?
I'm a ranked law enforcement officer, Zach. I'm supposed to set an example.
I so wanna punch you right now.
Speed limit. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. The more I say it's not funny, the more funny it becomes to me. I am doing myself right now. Of course, Zach never carries it out, and like moments like this, it's just how he is, how we are. Unfortunately, Cheese chooses the next moment to show up. He slams a flat palm on the counter, shooting us both a stern look. Although his tone is nothing short of jovial, this is proof when it is clear. He's obviously misunderstanding the situation.
Boys, drummer's nice and all. I used to watch these bloody god-awful afternoon serials with one of my brothers many, many years ago. But listen, I am not having one in my pub, all right? You two want to fight? Go out.
A pregnant pause. Now, without any preamble, Zack and I are both snickering. G is a glower, melts into confusion. When we both show no signs of stopping, he simply shakes his head and turns away. I like to think it's better this way, better that we part on light terms, so Zack won't have to see every little insecurity, every little doubt I have in me right now. He's seen enough. The last thing I want him to glimpse is another display of weakness. Not when he still stares at me with the same unerring confidence in his eyes. When our mirth dies down before anything can be said further, before I change my mind and step away from them. Giving Zack's shoulder a quick few pats, mumbling a lame excuse about tucking another short nap under my breath. Altogether, bringing this stray thought that flashes fleetingly in my head. Zack has seen me at the lowest plenty of times. Why does all of it matter now? Okay. The sun hangs lower when I stumble back into consciousness and drag myself downstairs. Around this time, the patrons usually start to trickle into the main lounge until it reaches a peak around midnight. Today, however, it remains thin. But considering what day it isn't too worrisome for the kind of business G runs. He has always complained about the lack of decent crowd on week start, although he doesn't really begrudge his customers for it. No one wants to start the week with a bad case of hangover after all, even him. Which makes the concerned look he gives come off a bit too odd. With the kind of danger we're in, this swiftly puts me on the edge even before the sleep completely fades from my mind.
Something wrong, G?
G hums, but there's an undertone of annoyance in it despite his casual and open movements. And only after he finishes wiping a tumbler and carefully settles it down face down on the table does he give me an answer. The way he stares back at me honestly makes me squirm. It feels like I'm being stared down by a primary school teacher for sleeping in class again.
Nothing much. Monday's still a slow day for this place. But you, might want to check on your friends, kid.
Please don't make anything happen to Zachary.
Looks like one of them woke up on the wrong side of the bed while you were out.
Another question forced in my head along with a small confused frown. Though before a single syllable slips past my mouth, he gestures his head on the far side of the main lounge. Isabella is settled on one of the tables in the corner, in deep thought and with a scowl on her face. From the looks of it, it appears woke up on the wrong side of the bed is a complete understatement. Their sound sleep isn't what some of us need. Even Chi appears to understand it. In spite of his efforts to look as unconcerned as possible, there's a tense set on his shoulders. A nervous edge lingers in his eyes as it occasionally flickers over to Isabella. He doesn't want to deal with this, especially at the start of another busy week. Not that I know how. I don't even know what to put her in such a bad mood. But the imploring gaze G directs at me leaves me with no other choice. It almost feels like he's guilting me into doing something about it. I hate that it's working.
You know how I run this pub, kid. No fist fights, no cat fights, no people in sullen moods, only good booze, bad puns, and off-key singing. Go fix it before it turns into something chaotic.
It's probably not as petty if Isabella's already in that state, but I give him a nod nevertheless.
Sorry about this, G.
He hums something under his breath for an answer and waves me off, turning away and returning to his work without another word. Even with the lack of a sizable crowd, he likes to keep busy. We're the same in that regard. He can't remain still, always has to stay moving, doing something, thinking, whatever keeps your brain at work. I'll leave him to it shortly after. Part of me wants to thank him for all the trouble he has taken for the people he barely even knows. Once this is over, I should probably find some way. In the meantime, I have this immediate problem to fix. Gotta get to this before it turns into a shitstorm. There's a strange lull in this area of the pub. People continue to trickle out instead of in, and this time only 2 tables remain occupied. Soon, those people too will be gone, and this whole place will be devoid of anyone. Frankly, its current state already lends the place an entirely different vibe. Along with the soothing strum of strings and the steady beat of drums playing overhead, there's a calming sense to this. A far cry from times I've been here before, and perhaps it's for this reason why Isabella has chosen this place to retreat. She sits quietly in the furthest corner of the room in one of the tables set right beside the windows. She usually keeps the curtains closed around this hour, but a small portion of it has been pulled back, revealing the busy streets outside. The late afternoon light spills right through it, outlining her small form and pulling on the surface of the table where both her arms rest. In her hands, she flips a piece of folded paper, turning it from one side to the other without any purpose. The letter. A small frown creases on her forehead while she stares at it, yet there's something oddly tranquil in the picture she has unknowingly painted. Something I can't bring myself to disturb, if only for a few seconds. It's one of these moments again. The rare ones, the ones where she is too still, too quiet, a complete opposite of her usual self, but it's these that often leave a mark. Not a cheery disposition or a lively attitude, but a short, few seconds of wordless silence when the softest sighs and the slightest movements sing louder. The smallest, minuscule things to tell you about a person and her strength more than any words can express. It's these that carve a vivid memory, no matter how brief it lasts. You know, oh hi Geronius, hi. I have to say, I do like this game, but I get that they're trying to do like a silence before the storm type moment right now. I mean, they literally even spelled it out. They spelled it out when they were outside. They literally said, "Oh, it's cloudy. It seems like there's a storm coming." They're doing a calm before the storm type moment in a very literal way, but it's also dragging on a little bit, I will say. I was playing Overwatch in your server. Yeah, I know. You guys were in like the VC, I saw. Unfortunately, I did not have time to join, but I did see. Actually, I could just hop in your VC right now. Imagine. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't. But I can. But I probably shouldn't. It's the off-stream VC, so I'm not just gonna hop in. That would be very evil of me. But yeah, I know. Join us. Fine. For a couple seconds, I will. Yes. Hold up. I don't have it set to the thing. Jordy told me to join, so I am here for a couple seconds. Well, yes, I don't think my stream can even hear. My stream can't even hear you. Hold up. No worry, I can hear you. Why is it not giving it as an option? Why does it never give it as an option? I'm so done with OBS. Anyways, now that it can. Yeah, no, like, I guess people don't notice, but I have a hidden, like, VC in the server, which I use to, like, have my PNG be active. So I'm at any moment in the server when I stream.
Ah. Okay.
We just say hi to the stream, and then I will leave again.
Hello, stream.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Yellow.
You're delusional.
Sorry for that. That's crazy. I'd have a panic attack. I know. That's why I wasn't gonna do it. But then Geronius said join us, and well, you know, if Geronius says it's okay, then who am I to not do it? Also, hi Gara. It's these that carve a vivid memory no matter how brief it lasts. And it breaks soon enough the second I pry the letter off her hands and flop down on the empty seat next to her. Are you here to get your bedtime story, Garrel? I know you don't like visual novels. I know you're gonna fall asleep to this. She glares at me, annoyed, and just like that, Elfit melts away. Guns as Stonas replaced quickly by the teasing and friendly jibes. Back again to what we're used to. What's easy, what's familiar. Where every truth we hope to convey regrettably goes unsaid between us. I thought you ended the stream when you joined the VC. No, I was just being silly. Also, why did you notice? You aren't even in the VC. Weren't you just watching them be in VC? What? Garrow's always watching. He's always stalking us.
You're going to destroy an important piece of evidence if you keep doing that, Belle.
This time, however, no retort comes from her. Without the letter to glare daggers at, she turns from her hands, now clenched tight in front of her. But she's far from angry. A bit upset maybe? Who wouldn't be? This curse has already gone far too long. That's already taken someone we care about from us. Repeat the previous point I made about this game hammering at home, but I'm not mad about it. I looked when I heard a message notification. Oh, right. I guess Ray did send a message at the same time. That is true. That is true. Anyways, Rebecca's dead, guys. Did you know? Regardless, Isabella doesn't seem like she'll start shouting at me, at least compared to every other people I've aggravated, intentional or otherwise. Some light talk may just do the trick and coax her out of this mood.
Come on. If you keep staring at the table like that, you're going to bore a hole on it. I really don't want to OG a new table. He'll pick the most expensive one and leave me begging on the streets.
She levels a quick glance at me, her expression dry and impassive enough to drain every color out of the room. It's as if I've just told her a terrible joke and she's suspecting there to be more of it. Really now. She needs to give me more credit than that. My jokes are funny when I want them to be. Are they though? Are they though?
And I really don't care. I'd even take pictures and post them online.
She would take pictures of Ash.
Go away, Ash. I don't want to talk right now.
You think I don't have anything to do, so I start watching people in PC instead of joining? I don't know, I didn't have any context. Why else would you notice? I didn't think of the message being sent. Yet, it sounds half-hearted at best. Why did I turn British there? Why did I say half? Like what's happening has already sapped every bit of energy in her and all that's left are words. Pretty soon, those two will lose their meaning and leave a hollow shell in their wake. It's already unusual to see her like this. Everything has already gone to shit. I like at least this one thing to stay normal. So somehow we managed to continue for the better half of an hour, talking, joking, with our short, feeble responses and banter that never goes anywhere. But it's enough. In the grand scheme of things, amidst the chaos and death shadowing over us, it's these little, inconsequential moments that matter. It's her smile, her laughter, when it finally rings, easy and free from burdens.
Okay, I have another one.
I'm definitely not a little bit exhausted of this conversation dragging on. Definitely not. I am definitely not half falling asleep reading this dialogue. Listen, it's okay for a game to have a calm moment. I am not one of those TikTok babies who needs to have stimulation every 5 seconds, but it does drag just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, hi, Annie loves the moons. Or moon, sorry. It's an E, not an S. I don't know how to read, apparently. How goes it? It's going alright. Just getting through a calm part of this game. Where not much is happening.
I don't want to hear it, Ashton. Go away.
No, really, listen. I know someone who talks like an owl.
What?
Will you leave me alone if I bite and ask who?
A pause, and then she frowns as the realization slowly dawns on her. I hate that joke. Oh, there is a rumor someone here is possessed by an owl. Who? I made you say who. You sound like an owl. I'm so funny. Ashton, you're the least funny person ever created. That's really nice. I'm wondering how it's gonna switch to Luke's POV. Oh, I'm not sure how much I want to say. I thought we would be getting to Luke's POV, but I think we might not be if, again, the image I saw on the store page is any indication. Just we have something that we still need to cover, and it's gonna take a moment. It's gonna take a moment. I put it in my freaking Blue Sky post that we'd be getting to Luke's POV today, but I actually don't think we might. I think we might not be. I think there's a lot that's gonna happen in a mention. That's also probably how it's gonna switch, by the way. We're gonna be in a mention, so you know. Anyways.
Oh.
Suddenly, she hugs her arms close to herself and looks away, perhaps in her best attempt to stay angry. It's a no fail. In a matter of seconds, her shoulders shake with laughter she's trying to contain.
You're awful, and I really hate you. Just leave.
It's contagious, her mirth. Soon I'm joining her in it, briefly forgetting every problem that's piled up and continues to weigh us down. Laughing without reservation or care until only a familiar warmth lingers, once both of her amusements ebbs away. Wait, do you do the "are you scared of flies" joke in the Netherlands? I don't know what joke you're talking about, so I'm assuming not. What is the "are you scared of flies" joke? What does that mean? Somehow, with her, these things have always come easy.
Feeling better?
A little. You're still lame.
But you're laughing right now.
Only because your humor is terrible.
Right. Keep telling yourself that. I know it's funny. And you know what? If you've kept frowning like that, your face might have cracked. That would have been really messy and ugly.
If Claire's can kill, but once she sends my way, I'll probably be dead right now. Seeing it directed my way, it only takes a few seconds for me to realize how she also might have taken my statement. How wrong and rude it might have sounded in her ears, however unintentional it is. I've never been good with words, but that's never an acceptable excuse, is it? Suddenly, taking the brunt of her anger seems less complicated than correcting or explaining myself. Nevertheless, I try.
What? Ah, God, crap. Damn it, that was so not what I meant.
Wait, what? What did I miss? What? Oh, it's haha, you're gonna get wrinkles type of joke. I know he's being awkward.
I was just saying you look better when you're smiling.
Well, it's good to know that at least getting one of their friends killed did not ruin the ship between them. Ah, woman get old. I know, right? It took me a second, but yeah, haha, it's a wrinkle joke. Haha, woman get old. Haha, you should laugh more, or you're gonna get wrinkles. Someone asks you if you're scared of flies, then claps their hands very close to your face like they are catching a fly. It's like a real life jump scare. Oh, that would piss me off so much. Oh, have you ever has someone done the thing to you where they you know those, I don't know what they're called in English. The flowers that have little puffs on them that you're supposed to blow and you can make a wish or whatever. The grayish puff flowers. What are they called? I'm sorry that I have to Google this, but I don't know what they're called. They're the dandelion puffs. That's what they're called. Dandelion, yes. So you know how you're supposed to blow on them to make a wish? Has someone ever done the thing to you where they hold up a dandelion puff to you and be like, "Here, I found a dandelion puff. You should blow on it and make a wish." And then when you go to blow on it, they put it in your mouth. Someone did that to me and it made me so fucking pissed. That's so fucking stupid. I hated it. Ha 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 ha! I got the flour all over your mouth. As in literal flour. What? Yeah, no. It's so fucking childish. To be fair, I was not an adult when this happened to me. It's the kind of thing freaking 13-year-olds do. But that made me so pissed. Why the fuck would you stick a flower in someone's mouth? That's so rude. I thought them blowing it before me. Oh yeah, no, that's the nicer version. That's the nicer version. Anyways, back to Ashton sucking at flirting. Her glare doesn't even wane. In fact, I think it intensified like the brewing storm. In the face of it, under the sharpness of her stare and her annoyance, I do what any person with a good sense of self-preservation does. Keep my mouth shut and shift my attention elsewhere. The girl outside looks very interesting today. Maybe I should.
Thanks, Ash.
She enters all of it in a voice too small, too quiet, but when I turn to her, only those words, her gratitude, resonate throughout the whole room. Not the soft clinking of silverware somewhere, nor the last strains of music fading into silence above us. Instead, it's the meaning behind her gaze as she holds mine that lingers. Steady, unflinching, and open, in the same way she looked at me all those years ago, with bright eyes and an expression softening into a tender smile. I didn't understand it then. How easy it is for her to wear her heart on her sleeve, how she never shies away from expressing herself even among people she barely knows. How she can go through everything without losing herself. Now it's among the hundreds, the thousands that hang unspoken between us, the real little things with words still too big to put into words, either because it's too early or because there's never really a proper time. For now though, this will do. Until the moment itself dwindles, until reality pulls us back in, reminding us of things we've set aside in its favor.
What was that about earlier? You look like you're about to wage war on that letter.
Oh, it's nothing. You probably won't like it when you hear it.
Maybe. You haven't said anything yet, so how am I supposed to decide how to react?
Sorry, I accidentally skipped the last part. I mean, I think it was finished anyway. You already said the last word. A small frown returns to her face. Although it lacks the same anger from just a few minutes ago, the bitterness stays. No, there's also uncertainty. It takes another minute until she speaks again. This time, she doesn't meet my eye.
I was just thinking... Maybe we should go back to the mansion.
Well, about that, you're a little bit late, Isabella. Blood freezes in my veins. Immediately, before I can even think of further of what to say, my mouth's moving. A disapproval already at the tip of my tongue.
Isabella, you know that's...
I know, Ash. I just thought we'd find something in there.
Why are you disagreeing? This was literally your plan as well, Ashton. What?
That if I go back, we'll get the answers we need. I found the letter there, so maybe, right?
It's not that I don't agree with her. Hell, I've been considering the same thing. It's only a lead we have after all, but it's not going to be a simple walk in the park. Who knows what we might find in there. If I bring her with me, I won't be able to guarantee her safety. She'll be in even greater danger. Hence, alone. Actually, as I have told Zach, if there's a need to go back to that accursed place, I'm doing it on my own. Whether or not the rest of them agree with this plan is inconsequential. Their well-being is my top priority. I'm not just about to drag them in there with me. So I tell her as much, despite the determination and desperation in her eyes. Anything to keep her safe. I can't let you do that. It's way too freaking... too patronizing, too looking down on her. But so is it's dangerous though. It's dangerous feels even more patronizing, but because no shit, it's dangerous for everyone. She knows that. I'm gonna go with I can't let you do that.
I can't let you do that, Belle.
Yeah, it's the right option.
Ash, the people living in that place now. They were with me during the open house. They have to know. They're in as much trouble as we are.
I know, but it's risky. It's dangerous. We don't know what you might find in there. Or if you'll even find anything. What if you see her again? What if she goes after you? What are you going to do? For all we know, it might be a dead end. It's not worth it to put yourself in harm's way like that.
She offers no response, not even a form of resistance. No further argument like I've come to expect from her. Uncharacteristic. Just silence that stretches far too thin till the air in the whole room goes heavy. In front of her, her hand still stays curled up, like it's holding onto everything she wishes to say but can't. I like to think that yes, to some extent she understands, even if she doesn't entirely agree with me. The dilemma's clear in her. Why did I just hallucinate seeing chat moving? That's crazy. I really am seeing things. Otherwise, her skull would have deeper set to it. I would have a deeper set to it. Her lips would be pressed into a thin line, and her hand would no longer be balled as a fist. She would have pushed that argument. If she doesn't, I know she has no lack of things to say. Instead, she simply offers a nod. An I don't know how to pronounce this word. An acquiesce. What? An acquiesce. I'm g- a what? Acquiesce. An acquiesce. And in a moment of boldness, perhaps insolence, I reach out for her, taking her clenched fists in mine, drawing them closer to me. She sucks in a breath, soft and sharp, but doesn't say anything, merely watches as both my hands cradle hers, cautious, mindful as if it's the most precious thing I've held. Then again, maybe it is, along with everything I've yet to convey.
Stop that.
Oh my god, guys, they're romancing right now. Can you believe it? Surprisingly, although the gesture startled her, she yields, allowing a touch that is far too familiar and more than I'm willing to give most.
You're going to hurt yourself if you keep doing that.
Gently, I unfurl her fingers, flattening out each digit against my palms. Her nails have already created small dents on her skin from how tightly she has held it close. A little more and she would have drawn blood. Deep as it is, smoothing a thumb over the tiny marks does nothing. But it's a small gesture we both find comfort in amidst this chaos, and all at once the tension lifts. New BGM, yeah. It's almost like it's very possible that I could have gotten this BGM before if I didn't ruin literally every relationship in this game. Well, at least every romantic one. Like, Luke and Hannah, I wanted them to divorce. Rebecca and Ashton, I did not enjoy their one-sided relationship. I thought it was not good for them. Hannah and Zachary, no, felt like forced, what do you call it? Like, sexual harassment, basically, yeah. Every ship in this game until now has been an absolute no from me, so I don't even know if you could have gotten this music earlier, because I have not been making the right choices to get it. Her expression softens, the lines on her shoulders ease, and it's only after her lips curve up into a faint smile that I let go, giving her hand one last squeeze before returning it to her. Part of me wants to tell her, admit that it's exactly what I'm planning tonight. What good will it do though? I've already told Zach, one person's enough. Hell, simply letting someone in on the plan makes me iffy. Rounding that circle around revealing too much would just cause another pointless concern. Hi there, hi. Hi Winnie. But someone has to be aware, at least of where I'm headed off to, in case things don't pan out. Expect the worst, only I have intended to do a quick survey of the place. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. In my own words, risky. It's best that I simply leave it as is for now. Isabella doesn't need to be burdened with the worry my entire scheme entails. With a light, reassuring tap on her shoulder, I stand up. At the same time, footsteps shuffle from the pub's entrance and cheerful chatter suddenly fills the room as a group of people enters. It's all the distraction I need. Burning an excuse and flashing Isabella a quick smile, I beat a hasty exit out of the main lounge and leave her on her own, despite the troubled look she shoots me. Before Isabella can say what she's been mulling over, for the last imploring glance she directs my way forces me to change my mind. It's another lasting image that firmly etches itself into my memory, one that spares the conscience, among other things. I just hope I won't regret what I've chosen for myself tonight. How long have I been going? Let me check real quick. About an hour and a half. Alright. Galway Shaw's Monday night crowd, although small and barely occupies a quarter of the whole pub, provides ample enough cover for anyone who wishes to leave the place unnoticed. Just exactly what I need tonight, with the lively music and chatter stepping out mostly unseen becomes a piece of cake. I am actually shocked. Can you tell me what game you are playing? Can you not read the freaking Twitch description of what game this is? Does it not show what game it is? I think it shows what game it is, right? Either way, it's a visual novel called The Letter, which is like spooky, ghost, horror stuff. Gyro, I know exactly why you're sending that. I'm shocked that we didn't see Marianne in the pub. I really thought we were gonna see her, but I guess not. I guess she's just irrelevant. Damn, Bisha, listen. Gyro gets why I'm being like this. Gyro, you understand, right? Gyro, I don't know if you're still here, still listening, but Gyro, you know why I'm being like this, right? Without much trouble, soon enough, I find myself standing outside under the chilly Luxor night. Are you waiting to command grab? I know, Gyro. We are telepathically communicating right now. A gust of wind picks up shortly after I step out, carrying the telltale smell of an impending rain. I'll give it about an hour or two before it starts. From the looks of it, tonight will be another downpour, maybe even stronger than one we haven't had this morning. On instinct, I hunch further into my jacket. I get stick material close to my body while I weave my way through the lines of empty cars in the parking lot. The letter crinkles in my pocket with each step I take, though I pay no mind to it as I hurry towards my car. I blinkered minutes ago from Isabella's belongings. On my way out, if this is all connected, I need to stamp a piece of paper with me. I wait for my fray. It's crazy. Freaking Orange House Cat is going on the hunt in my chat right now. What's your favorite game? Your voice is pretty so good. I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off. Winnie, you're about to advertise me something. You're asking every single same question that every advertiser ever asks me. Winnie, just post your advertisement already and get out of here. No, I'm sorry. I'm getting impatient. Don't ruin my fun. Listen. At a certain point, when people tell you ask you fake interested questions and give you fake compliments, at a certain point you just get done with it. I'm sorry for ruining your fun. When you just post the damn advertisement already and get it over with. Don't advertise in my chat. Also, that's why I reacted that way, Mavis. That's why. However ridiculous it sounds, I'm quite sure it won't be missed either, but I can't waste time here. I'll wait for it to find out, can I? 4 hours is all I'm giving myself to get this done. 3 if I'm inclined to go by rules Seaman said, but when have I ever? Regardless of how generous that is, each second's just as important as the next. Not Garo advertising me in my own chat. But as with every plan, problems crop out at the last second. It's practically a universal rule. And it does, in the form of a lone figure waiting for me next to my car. Isabella of course she knew. Isabella turns just as I near her, her mouth curving up in a small smile. She offers no greeting except for a shy tilt of the head. Even as my pace slows, I look at her with all the unvoiced questions in my eyes. She remains wordless, merely turning her head back and shifting her attention up at the starless sky when I come to stand beside her. Another gust of wind as she breathes out a sigh, wary, thick with something close to resignation. The breeze scares all of it away while she hugs her arms closer to herself to keep her warm, which raises the question why she's out here. The air is already heavy with the promise of rain. With clouds obscuring the view, there's really nothing left to look at but a dark blanket of nothingness. Still, she stands there as if she's intentionally waiting for everything to fall. That or she's here for some other reason. Wow, I wonder why she's out here. It's almost as if you knew you would be doing this.
Al, I can't bring you with me.
I know. I won't ask you to.
Go back inside. G will keep an eye on you while I'm gone. You can trust him.
I'd give this bot a 6 out of 10. Not even chatting and going instantly to I enjoy your stream and asking what game this is right before you right before a loss. You missed with the points. Yeah, you're so right. Like this Some people at least wait for me to like say something before they spam their next question, but this bot is not very good at their job. They're at being too adamant. They're not good at pretending to be a human. Yeah, that's fair. Twitch. When will you get rid of your stupid advertisers? Probably never. All over the place, yeah.
And hey, who else loves Z-Man with you?
Don't worry. I will. In a while. I just want a bit of fresh air.
Not me getting hiccups. Not in the middle of a stream, oh no.
Well, don't stay out there too long. It's going to rain soon. It'll probably be even heavier than the downpour we had this morning. We wouldn't want to be caught in it.
I give her shoulder a reassuring squeeze before walking past her and heading to my car. Not 2 steps further though, something pulls the back of my jacket, catching the fabric in a firm grip and halting my movements. This dialogue has been so down low. I really want something to happen. Like, I don't care for their ship that much, but at this point, damn, I don't fucking know, like, making out in the middle of the street would be the most the most interesting thing happening in this stream so far. So I'm kinda hoping they'll at least give me something. I'm kinda in a drought right now. This game is not giving me much of anything at all, aside from just literature type freaking dancing in their monologue.
Isabella, I need to go.
She refused to meet my eyes, but her hold remains tight. There's a weird crease between her eyebrows and her lips quiver ever so slightly when she speaks. Did you watch Arcane Beat? No, I have not. Why? In a small voice, but with a different kind of desperation I can't quite place.
Rebecca's gone.
She draws in a breath, soft, slow, light with enough sorrow that it hitches.
And if that thing takes you, too.
The rest of it falters, but the meaning, the gravity, in each of her words rings loudly above the passing breeze hanging over us, lingering in between. A small, little thing that spurs me into silence, like the wind that's suddenly been knocked out of me in one fell swoop. No words will form, not even a single coherent thought. And so, in place of everything unsolved we've taken for granted, I draw her in. Go for it, Ashton. Gently, quietly pulling her against me until my arms still around her shoulders. Oh my god! Senpai! What are you doing? I'm so ruining this. I am so ruining this, and I don't even feel guilty about it. For a fleeting second, she freezes, startled, and looks up to me with hesitation, a silent question in her eyes. Mavis is going to play a league. What is that? Are you going to play a league, Mavis? Whatever answer she finds in mind, eventually she allows this. She folds herself into me, buries her face into my shoulder, and settles her arms on my sides, unsure, uncertain.
It'll be over soon. I'll figure it out. I'll find a way to get us out of this.
Reminds me of that. Nah, sometimes. DFT.
But no matter what happens, I want you to promise that you will stay alive until then.
There's a scene where 2 characters go down each other in the middle of a war. That's kind of crazy. That's... oh god. Yeah, I mean... I'm actually not that surprised. I feel like... movies and like series and whatever, they do tend to do that, don't they? But this game so far has been very like held back with its romance, which also is partially my fault, but you know, at this point I will take it.
Because if I lose you to her as well, I have no idea what else would keep me grounded.
When all has been said and done, I rest my forehead against hers, eyes closed and simply taking in her warmth. Desperation still clings, woven into every breath, every sigh, but at the heart of it is this. Her. No words are said even as we part. May I let this be the last thing I commit to memory before slipping inside my car and driving off. Mary, I could have fucked with... I forgot about that! You're so right! I forgot that I said no to that. I was like, I made every relationship fall apart. I made Hannah hate Luke. I made Zachary be put off by Hannah. I made Rebecca be jealous one-sided. Like, I completely forgot about Marianne and Luke. Honestly, though, yeah, no, I'm glad I did not make them do the tango. But yeah, you're right that was an option. Within 10 minutes, I'm driving out of Luxburn and heading straight for Ensign Village. In the distance, flashing of lights light up the horizon, white and sharp against the black curtain of the night. Thunder threatens with a rumble, seconds later, echoing along across the sky. With one last roar, the skies open in earnest. Oh boy, we're on the final day. Wow. Aw, look at the cute picture. The rainfall in fast, sturdy sheets. Shouldn't this be false? Why is it? I feel like this is not grammatically correct. The rain falls in fast, steady sheets, creating shallow puddles on the dirt path, drenching everything the eyes can reach. Despite having grown up in this city, I still despise the rain. Living here doesn't mean that I have to like it. Lucky me, I've reached the mansion before the downpour has turned torrential. The long stalk from Ensign Village by foot is already made difficult by the light drizzle and biting winds buffeting against my body every few seconds. By the time I found cover under the trees lining the vicinity of the mansion, my shoulders are already drenched. My hair's also sticking against my skin and out in every possible direction. Thankfully, the leather, taser, and gun I've brought with me have remained relatively dry. That's the most important thing. However, those are the least of my problems at the moment. Sometime after the housewarming party, scumbag Wright has suddenly grown a brain and cited the security around the mansion. A guard is now stationed in every possible point of entry, the main entryway, the back door leading to the kitchens. Hell, it's almost a miracle no one has spotted me once I entered the property, although that's probably because I've kept close to the forest. Luckily, I always created a clever way in for myself. I'm just a luge, it'll be difficult to do so without making much more noise or leaving tracks. Honestly, I'm considering ending this stream early because I'm not doing a good job with reading today, but it's not even been 2 hours, so that would be way too short. But also, I am fucking up my reading, and we are about to get into like the climax of this game, and I wouldn't be able to read it properly and not stumble over my words. So I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn.
I don't really have the luxury either, do I?
Considering how off this place feels since I've stepped on the property and the mansion came into view, every light is off. Even if security personnel patrol outside the whole house itself, it feels empty, eerie, too quiet. Normally, I'll pass it off as some kind of power outage because of the storm. It's not a far-off conclusion when this place is almost in the middle of nowhere. However, something just feels wrong.
Something happened here.
Or about to. It is so reasonable I haven't done anything yet. Simply observing, watching, listening for anything. I might be pressed for time, but I'm not a careless idiot. Although I need a way in, desperately so, moving without thinking will not only endanger me. With so many unknown variables than what we're dealing with, I also have to act on the assumption that someone is always in danger, especially in this place. I can't act impetuously. As much as I hate Wright, I'm not about to cause his death because of one thoughtless action. If there's a place he deserves to be at, it's a prison, not a morgue. So when a horror's painful sob suddenly rings out above the loud pitter-patter of the rain, only then do I stir. A woman. Perhaps a servant. Ashton, dearie poo. Ashton, buddy pal. Ashton, dumb of ass. Are you stupid? Oh wow, a woman is crying, it's almost like Zachary told you about this, and it's the ghost. Like, wow. Door hinge energy is crazy. Ashton, you are stupid if you think this is an actual woman and not a ghost. Or worse, Hannah writes. It's coming from the forest. Ashton, are you dumb? Ashton. Just right up the hat, in fact, not too far from the house. Regardless, I give the place a quick worried glance before following the noise. If he dies, this is on him. Stupid. Carefully, keeping to the shadows, one cautious step after another. Louder and louder it goes as I near. What did I say? And so abruptly turns to a loud, desperate, anguished cry. I break into a run. One nervous hand, right on the gun holstered at my hip, and the other raised for balance as I scurry across the dense understory. I cannot fucking read. Yes, the horror main character curse. No! I mean, he is kind of the main character. Like, I know this game switches perspectives, but I feel like he's definitely the protagonist. He is giving protagonist energy. Like, he's being given... He's the person investigating all of it. He's, you know, he has a gun, he has the weapons, he's going in for the action instead of just being jacked into it. Like, Luke is definitely the antagonist. Or... maybe not antagonist, but he's not the good guy. Like, even if he turns out to not be responsible, he's not gonna be the good guy. Ashton is the protagonist here, let's be so real. I should be keeping my hands on my keyboard. Then leaves scrunch under my shoes, but I paid no mind to it. There's only the voice, the woman ends. Nothing. Abruptly, it all stops, and I am met with a sudden hush. Blank. Empty. All was deafening in its stillness, even my labored breathing and a pounding heartbeat against my ears. Behind me, another branch breaks and I'm gonna get jump scared. Dread surges within me while I spin around and take a hard step back, ignoring the chilly pinpricks crawling at the back of my neck. Before I can even meet her eyes, the world unexpectedly pitches sideways. Tilting. A tilting to the ground beneath me finally crumbles. My hands fight for purchase, only to meet air. But then it's too late. Are we falling into the dungeon Marianne found? I think that might be what's going on. My footsteps further and the rest of my body follows. Dark spots blur the edges of my vision. Black tendrils twist and coil around my limbs. Soft footfalls echo from the far distance, scurrying, scampering, moving in an odd rhythm with the sharp, piercing notes of our laughter. But more than that are the voices lacing venom inside every crevice in my head. Rumors that cheer, scoff, and deride. Over. It's because you didn't listen. And over. It's all your fault. Oh, and over again. How would you believe me? A reminder of what I failed to do and who I failed. What I'm trying to desperately fix. A scream threatens to burst when my echo closes off. When my throat closes off, ever so slowly, a chill sleeps into every nerve in my body, washing away every sensation in me apart from one. There's only fear. Once again, her laughter echoes, a sound both bitter and unforgiving. It's the last thing I hear before she reaches for me. The ground trembles. The world slows to a stop. What did I say? He's in the dungeon now. Half darkness creates me when I might have to actually end this right now. I am not literate today, and I don't know why. I am even more illiterate than usual, and that's not good for a main part of this game. Half darkness greets me when my eyes finally snap open, the soft patter of a dripping water somewhere spurring my consciousness further. For a few short moments, I remain still, blinking away the dizziness, allowing my vision to adjust to the lack of lighting and my breathing to even out first before pushing myself up on one arm and attempting to stand. Turning alone is a struggle of its own. An inch of movement sends a sharp pain right up my arms and back, giving me another pause.
Shit. We didn't break anything. Fuck.
There doesn't seem to be any injury or major fracture, but the whole of my back does feel sore and no comment. Probably from when I've skidded down prior to landing myself here. A comforting thought. The second attempt comes easier later, though no less painful. And by the time I'm back on my feet, the exertion has left me gasping in short, shallow breaths and leaning heavily again on the wall nearest to me. Behind me is a light draft blows in from where I've fallen in. Oh wait, I know I said, remember what I said about Marianne? Like, I wonder why we didn't meet her at the bar. Maybe she's still in the dungeon. I think she is probably still in the dungeon and we're gonna meet her here. She has to come in somewhere. She has been not important enough to the story. She has to come in again at some point. Like, yeah, Marianne has her own thing going on, but she's not relevant to the wider plot. She has to become relevant at some point, right? Right? Probably a short, sharp burst into what's apparently an underground tunnel and breaks in the fresh, earthy smell of the rain from the topside. Regardless, it feels to mask the old, musty scent of the place, a mixture of mold, mildew, dust, grease, and something distinctly foul. Like death. More worrisome than the putrid-fearing smell, however, are the cells that line both sides of the tunnel. Under the dim light, I can barely make out what's inside on some of them, but I already have a few ideas, all of which I refuse to delve into at the moment. I'm texting about my school project, don't worry about it. Knowing how long this mission has stood, somehow, no matter how unexpected finding the existence of this place is, it isn't too surprising.
I wonder if Scumbag knows about this.
Probably not, unless he's also the kind of person who takes joy in inflicting this kind of suffering on others. I don't really think so. He's rotten to the core, but not that rotten. I'll probably balk at this, move out to the first opportunity to have it demolished. The very idea of what has occurred in this place years ago makes me real as well. I've known long ago places like this tend to hold secrets. This though, if this is just the tip of the iceberg. I fear when I may discover the mention itself and the till behind that fucking letter. But the fear is inconsequential, and as pleasant as the sight of this place may also be the only way for me to get inside unnoticed. Sighing and taking one last gulp of clean air, I push away from the wall and delve deeper into the passage.
Let's just hope it'll be smooth sailing from here on.
I don't think it will be. I am so tempted to talk about the spoiler I saw on the game page, but I don't want to spoiler you guys as well, so I'm gonna be quiet. Turns out that alone is too much to ask this early. I don't think that's the ghost, I think that's actually Marianne. Though 20 paces into it, another sound abruptly arises above my footfalls. Rebounding off the hollow walls and echoing inaudibly across the whole span of the tunnel before fading away just as swiftly as it rang. What spoiler? So, funnily enough, I have seen two spoilers. One like ages ago, and one just last week after I streamed this. Sounds like a lesbian, is crazy. And both of them are about the same thing. I'm not gonna say what though. I'm not gonna say what. Actually, I am. Fuck it. Screw it. Screw it. I know I'm just gonna keep y'all guessing if I say nothing, because we probably won't get with this stream, so I'll just say it's related to Mr. Butler guy. It's related to Mr. German. Mr. I forgot his name. Johannes is Johannes. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say the context I saw. I paused nevertheless, straining my ears for more of it while I gradually moved my hand to my side, so unsteady until the tips of my fingers press off the gun's handle. Although cold against my skin, it's the closest thing I have to comfort at the moment. For a long minute I wait, holding my breath, watching every form, edge and shadow at the corners of my vision for any movement. After a heartbeat and nothing, I allowed the tension to ease out of me in the form of a long, slow exhale that reverberates around the whole passage.
Who's there?
It is Marianne. She's still down here. Wait, but she was here like days ago, no? Yeah, like...
Who is there? 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 Who
I'm checking right now. Oh my god, Marianne has been in here for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Marianne has been here for 4 days. That is wild. Not my German representation. Not your fake ass German representation. There's no way that accent is real. Yeah, she's probably starving by now. Ooh, who's there? Perhaps it's because of what has happened earlier or how I've ended up here, or maybe it's because of my training. But in spite of the panic and fear in that voice, I don't immediately answer. Instead, I pull my gun free from its holster and wordlessly draw closer to where the voice rings out once again. Afraid, frantic, weak.
I'm asking you a question. Who's there?
Someone get her water. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I hear dripping, so maybe she's been able to find water, but yeah, that's not good. It's only after I've realized the safety do I answer, while continuing my approach in a careful, steady pace.
I think I should be the one asking you that. Who are you? Show yourself.
I can't. I'm stuck in here.
Well, a ghost will definitely not be saying that or have a conversation like this or be stuck anywhere. And as if to prove her point, she extends a hand from one of the cells ahead and waves. Then she pulls back, grips the iron bars and rattles it lightly.
I can't get out. Can you help?
In 5 quick steps, I'm standing in front of the cell, and sure enough, a woman's inside. Slumped on the floor, holding the bars with shaking hands and clinging to it as if it's the only thing keeping her upright. And that's just any woman.
You? McLaughlin?
McLaughlin? McCullough. The same one I met at Cheese 5 days ago, smashed drunk and babbling her frustrations about her employers.
Holmes?
No, not McLaughlin. McCullough. Marianne McCullough, famous interior designer extraordinaire. Not so extraordinary now, but how exhausted and feeble she looks, trapped in a jail cell of all things. Why did we not show her? Everything's shallow and there's paleness to her complexion, sunken eyes, cracked lips, dry skin, all signs pointing to starvation and dehydration.
What? How long have you been stuck in here?
3 days? 4? I don't know. I have no idea anymore. I just fell in and that woman... Whatever. Can you get me out of here? Please.
Oh yeah, put me in the jail. Candy, what? Candy, what? 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 That sure is a message to come into my chat with. Okay. Okay.
In a moment. But here, go feed yourself first before you fall over.
How convenient of him to have brought a snack to imagine infiltration. Of course. I fished out an energy bar from my pocket and handed it over to her. She's lucky I always have one on my person. Or sudden emergencies or extended stakeouts, a little sugar to keep me going. Like any starving person, she wastes no time making a grab for it, unwrapping it straight away and singing it whole mouthfuls of it. Relief wasn't over her face on the first bite alone, although she's going to need more than that if what she has said is true. But for the moment, it's enough to keep her alive. Actually, no, she would be dead if she didn't have water for treat. Oh, you scared me. Gara, I thought you meant candy for a second. I thought you meant candy. Mouthfuls of it, yeah. No, you banned the view butter, but you scared me for a second. I look away for a second. Oh, you didn't look away for a second. That has been there for like 10 minutes by now. But it's okay. Yeah, I'm a bot. Yeah, get him out of here. Good thing she seems to have the sense to prioritize survival over comfort if the bottle in the corner of the cell indicates anything. Oh, that's disgusting. Without water, the human body can only survive 3 days. No food and it'll give an average of 3 weeks, so even then it won't be a pretty experience. I'm just not gonna explain what the game is implying right now because it's kinda disgusting, so I'm just gonna pass over it. If you say so, please. Granted, some have survived longer than that. She's still fortunate I found her when I did. Now, to get her out, My bobby pins won't be of any use here, not like I need it. Unlike the ones we have at the precinct, a simple barrel hinge holds the gate to get of the cell together. Even without these special tools, I'll be able to lift the door and free her. However, with how heavy it seems, I'll need a lever of some type to help.
What are you looking for?
What? Use code BISA for 50% off only Panda. 50%? Let me... I can get you 20%? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Is this a sponsorship I want to take? Is this a product, a service that I want to advocate for? I don't know. I'm not quite convinced yet. I am pretty picky with my sponsors.
Some wood, a 2x4, I guess, a plank or a pipe, anything I can use as a lever. Wait here.
The hallway yields nothing but dust, dirt, and a few rusted chains scattered about. While I may find something in one of the open cells, I'm reluctant to check or even step in. We can't have another person trapped in here. However, McCulloch ended up inside. My head snaps back to her. McCulloch extends a wooden bird from under the mess of hay and it's flying near her. Oh great. What are they called? Like, stockades or something? I don't know. Without prompting, she steps through what little space there is in the bars. It's short, but appears thick and sturdy enough for my intended purpose. Upon closer inspection...
Good enough.
I hope. I get to work at once, anchoring the other end of the plank at the base of the door and applying ample force on the other end. It takes a bit of effort, no kidding about the heavy part. Still, a grunt, a gasp, a creak. In a matter of minutes, with a little help from her on the other side, the door eventually lifts off its hinges. It falls on the ground with a loud, ugly metallic thud, but the sound of it puts elation on McCulloch's face. She doesn't even ask for help. As soon as she can, she hastily crawls out of the prison she has accidentally found herself in. We're not happy to get out of it, despite lacking the strength to stand firmly on her feet.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just got an achievement for that. Also, is it just me or does her sprite also look different? I don't know if I'm just hallucinating. Am I hallucinating? Did she look like this before? Did she? I know nobody actually pays attention to this game. I know nobody is going to be able to tell me, but I feel like she actually does look different. But I might just be crazy.
After the second day, I was so sure I was going to die in there.
She is smiling.
If you didn't show up... today, I don't even want to think about it.
How did you even end up here?
For a second, she appears hesitant, looking away and fumbling awkwardly with her fingers.
I was looking for something. Someone.
A contemplative expression flickers in her eyes, something that's close to wistful, like when a person remembers a memory she's fond of. It's a girl! She is a lesbian! Get a load of this, guys! She is queer! No, I feel terrible. I feel terrible for making fun of her. But, yeah, that's why she's not telling. It doesn't last too long, but it still leaves me with the impression that I've suddenly walked into something private. She's the same. Okay, I'm just crazy then. I guess she just looks very sad right now. Maybe that's why. Something deeply personal for her. I'd rather not ask.
So this whole tunnel, at the end of it,
just
it leads
flipped.
right inside the
Oh, maybe
mansion?
she is flipped. Yeah, you're right.
The wine cellar.
Right into the kitchen then.
There's a door of some sorts. I don't know. I think I pulled or pressed something somewhere. I was in a hurry, and I'm not sure if it'll open from this side. Hell, this place wasn't even in the floor plans.
What do you mean?
Does that really matter now? We have to get out of here. People died in this place. Kids! Oh God! Kids! I could have shown you, but that thing won't turn back on anymore. It's like it only waited for me to see it before shutting down or something. How long has that thing even been in there? But those poor kids. All because of that thing.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about right now?
The bloody letter! Ever since I've read that thing, since that day at the open house, she won't leave me. But it should be fine now, right? I broke it. I broke all of it. She shouldn't be able to do anything now.
Yeah, about that, I don't think that's gonna be that easy.
Nicola, one at a time.
It's all that fucking paper's fault! Oh God! Oh God! Dear Lord in St. Adelaide, bless those poor souls.
Oh, she has properly lost it. I mean, she's been in the cellar for 4 days and is probably starving and dehydrated, so I do understand. But oh my gosh, she has lost it. She is not doing so good.
We're not safe here. We need to leave. If we stay here any longer.
Nicola!
That is not how you pronounce that. Ashton is trying, but he is not succeeding at pronouncing the Irish name. Abruptly she stops, looks back at me with wild, panic-stricken eyes. I've seen enough of it so many times these past few days, from my own friends even. So now she has been seeing things, the kind that will easily make any person go mad. And perhaps we slowly are. The longer this takes, the faster our descent into it becomes. I can't even tell which one's worse, death or this. It seems like no matter what we end up with, there will be something horrible waiting for us. I need to hurry.
Listen, I need to get inside this place, and you're more familiar with its layout. If you can help me...
What? No! Why would I go back? Are you sure you haven't gotten raving mad yet? An exit's right here.
And this business with the letter has to end at some point. Look, I know you're not very fond of Luke Wright.
Damn right I'm not. He can just go.
But are you really sure you want to leave him like this? And what about his wife?
I mean, I did make Marianne, you know, feel a little something for Hannah, so that's probably gonna work. Probably a good thing I did that. It strikes a chord. She falters, grows quiet as the tension lifts from her and her shoulders slump. I do understand her issues with this. In fact, she doesn't have to go with me, only tell me enough info so I can figure it out on my own. She can always leave afterwards, be done with this whole mansion and the letter. Don't leave him like this. Blue balls. What? Leave who like this? Who is getting blue balled? Because if we're talking about Luke, he should be getting blue balled. We don't like Luke in this household. If you're talking about Ashton has a girl back home. He doesn't need some other girl. I've been trying to raise his affection with Isabella. But if we're talking about Luke, then Luke can just die. I can't even show you his picture because I haven't done this chapter yet, but he should be getting blue balled. She can always leave the tunnel afterwards, be done with this whole mansion and letter, and the other end of the tunnel leads right into the forest. And I will find ample cover for her just to be able to slip out of the property unnoticed. All the same, she steels herself and squares her shoulders.
Just until the kitchens.
That's more than enough.
She nods, albeit weakly. Then without another word, she gestures for me to follow, leading me further into the passage. Occasionally, she'll stop, find purchase on the wall behind her to catch her breath, but throughout the short walk, she asks for neither a break nor assistance. No one should suffer that. Candy. I know you wouldn't know because you have not been watching this game, but Luke is. Let me just count out all of the points. He is racist. He is an alcoholic. He has cheated on his wife. He is misogynistic. He probably has many murders behind his back. What else? Yeah, so, yeah, you probably, you know. Bad wife. Occasionally, she'll stop, find purchase on the wall to catch her breath, but throughout the short walk, she asks for neither a break nor assistance. I suppose that's something we have in common. Eventually, we get to a dead end. Although before I can question her on it, she begins palming for something on the wall. Tracing her fingers along weathered edges of the bricks with a frown on her face.
It should be somewhere.
Oh, right, don't forget
here,
weird
I think.
Don't forget made weird comments about his knees. Yep, it's I mean it's a rich white billionaire, so you know what that type does.
What the hell are you doing?
She merely holds up a hand, begging for my silence and continue searching. Then without warning, a few minutes later, something clicks. portion of the wall shifts ajar to reveal a glimpse of another room. Bottles lining the walls like her barrels for aging. The wine cellar indeed.
The ladder to the kitchen is on the far end of this room.
Surreal. This is all nothing but a surreal nightmare, but after everything, it shouldn't even be a surprise to me. Ghosts, curses, hidden passages. I can't even bring myself to question the existence of this door anymore. I simply follow her to the undercroft without a single question, in spite of the number of them already swimming inside my head. As a kid, I used to crave for this kind of adventure. The stuff of mysteries and detective novels, daring chases, interesting cases to solve, suspects to put behind bars, justice to serve. I was blinded, I admit. Now I simply want this to be over. We leave the door open in case there's a need for a quick exit, especially after she mentions it's only by chance she has been able to open the door last time. We can't waste time finding the switch again on the occasion something goes horribly wrong. There's bound to be. With me feeling this high-strung and tense, I'm not even sure why I thought it'll be a good idea to enlist McCulloch's help. Although she has been quite helpful so far, I can't shake off the horrible feeling something is going to happen with her if she stays with me. Even if I'm her safest bet if she wants to get out of this place alive.
You really believe that, don't you?
Uh-oh, I forgot the ghost mirror is still here.
Did you say something?
McCulloch pauses mid-step, turning to me confused.
I didn't.
You sure? I just heard.
It's the ghosty
Don't
ghost.
you think I'll be the first person who'll know? Look, the ladder leading to the kitchen's up ahead. You might want to hurry. I just want to be done with this place.
See? You dragged another one.
This time I'm sure. There's really a voice, well, voices. Despite the look of protest McCulloch shoots me, I find myself stopping and looking for it, searching the immediate surroundings for the familiar form of the woman. I don't even have to venture so far from where I'm standing. Just an arm's length away from me, a mirror shards litter the floor. Yeah, it's the mirror. And right on the biggest fragments, they speak. Oh yeah, it's all their friends and also the ghost. At least I think. This is Zachary, this is Rebecca. I don't know who this is. This is a ghost. All singing, the same mocking tuning as my ears, letting it echo throughout the small undercroft. Mirrors and laughter, jeering, scoffing, deriding, lacing venom into every crevice in my head. Taunting me.
You dragged another person into this, Ashton.
Into another one of your silly little problems.
All because you can't fix them on your own. You really haven't changed, have you? Some hero you are.
Useless.
Pathetic.
You're wrong.
No, that's wrong. Wait, do I still have to hold up? I don't think I can. I don't think I have my audio right. I'm so sorry. I can't play the soundbite. No, that's wrong. My mistake lies in the first instance I've answered. The very second denial has stood from my mouth, their words have also seeped into my heart, allowing to prod and rouse my temper. Despite knowing they are merely doing this to goad me, each word, each syllable trigger into me, sparing the guilt I hope I've long buried.
Are we? Or is that simply what you've been telling yourself all this time? Something to make yourself feel better, perhaps?
McCulloch, Marianne, you're watching all this. Please do something about it.
What about Becca?
What about Becca?
Oh, the way she fell to her death. But all you did was watch.
Actually, he wasn't even there. He didn't even watch it. He just saw it on the television after it already happened. He didn't watch her fall.
Someone's dead because of you.
This is basically just what I've been telling to Mavis. Like, I have been a voice in Mavis' head being like, this is all your fault. I have nothing to do with this. I am also unrightfully blaming my fault. I've also been unrightfully blaming Mavis for this. This is just me. I am the ghost. Maybe the ghost was me all along. Classic Mavis.
You're the one who took that letter off Isabella's hand that day. You're the one who opened it.
How does it feel, I wonder? To know you're responsible for all of this.
What do you think I'm doing? Why do you think I'm still trying to fix this?
Oh, but you can't. It's already too late. And you know that. You know all of this is futile.
Just face it, Ashton Frey. You're a failure, and they are the ones who have to pay.
Marianne, do something!
A badge and a gun, and you still can't protect your own friends. Can't even solve a case for an old man.
Can't even bring the right to justice.
Can't even keep his own family together.
Not the divorce.
No wonder they left you. Before you do the same thing to them.
Mom and Dad are better off without little old you, aren't they? It's a good thing they had the sense.
Pitiful, isn't it? Some detective you are. Some friend you are. Some son you are.
Hey guys, if you ever get voices in your head that are telling you stuff like this, don't listen to them. They are full of shit. Why was Bisa fired from the barber shop? They only knew how to give a buzz cut. You know what? Out of all of the silly B jokes people have told me, that might be one of the only actually good ones. Like usually it's just stupid puns, but that one was actually clever, so I will give you points for that one. That's actually kind of clever.
You might as well just throw that rank away. You're no use to people either way.
Shut it!
I hate this. I hate how this monster can easily get through to me. Every weakness, every insecurity it knows. To hear it said in my friend's voice, even more so. What I hate above all of it is...
You know it's true, though.
All of it. It's why all you can do is tell us to shut up. You don't want to hear a single word, because you're already aware of it. You can't even admit it to yourself. Who's the coward now?
But no matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to save anyone.
Shut it! Not a single word anymore!
It laughs, sharp and piercing, as it sounds, something in me snaps. I rage hastily unfurling, red filling my vision, and the next thing I know I'm raising my hand and... Something grabs my wrist, followed by a buzz as another voice breaks through the haze.
Don't listen to it!
Thank you, Marianne, for actually... I guess he was probably too focused on this and just ignored her. But yeah, thank you, Marianne, for coming along and stopping this thing from just straight up ruining his plans. The fog from my mind lifts. Every sound, every noise returns to me. Flooding my every sense all at once, there is this deafening silence. Slowly, I become aware of my surroundings. Bottles of wine, barrels of liquor, the faint old scent of death in the case somewhere, and hands holding onto my wrist as if to keep me from hurting myself. In my hands, a shard, blood drips from where it has cut my palm, trailing down my wrist until it disappears behind my sleeve. Not deep, negligible even. There's pain, however, a different kind, an ache somewhere else that stems not from the wound but from every single word it has had. When I glance up at Makala, she merely stares at me with wide, horrified eyes.
Don't listen to it! No matter what happens, don't do what it says! It's how it gets us.
My grip on the shard falters, but only after I nod and drop it entirely does she release her grip. Afterwards, she simply steps back and looks away. Hugging her arms close to herself, she breathes a heavy sigh. Perhaps weighted with her own guilt, what this monster might have used against her.
Come on, we're getting close.
She walks off without another comment, but there's worry in her as she gives the fragment one last glimpse. On the ground, they lie lifeless now. No more voices, no more insults. But even as I walk away, one whispered tone continues to ring in my ears.
It's useless, Ashton Frey. You are going to die.
And you are going to die alone.
They should have made Zachary the villain of this game. I like his evil laugh. It's a good evil laugh. I enjoy evil Zachary. A fear, one that has been long kept in the darkest place in my heart, one that a small part of me wishes for. You know what? I'm probably gonna leave the rest of the mention exploring for next time. Again, I've been failing my reading today. I'm not feeling literate, and I don't want to do the cool part of the game while sucking. Zach's voice actor is so good. They are. I don't know who Zach's voice actor is, but they are very good. Let me check real quick, actually. Zachary is voiced by Why is Zachary not on this list? Hello? Hello? Oh, there we go. Zachary is voiced by Anthony Sardina. Whoever that person is, congratulations, you are doing a great job. I don't know the voice actor, but my props to you. Yeah. I'm sorry for this one being a short one. I am sorry. Again, I want to read this game well, and my brain is a little bit fried today. So I'm just gonna leave it a little bit short, and we'll get to the cool action next time. That's okay. That's okay. Let me see. I'll find some to rate on Switch. I don't really have anything else to say. It's fine. I hope you all have a good day after this. Oh, actually, I should probably mention. I'll make more posts about this later, but this game I will be streaming it on a different day next week because I'm gonna change my schedule. I'll make a whole post about it, so I'm not gonna give the details right now. Just keep in mind that it's probably gonna change days. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I'm still debating one specific day. Actually, I guess for the letter it doesn't matter. I'm probably gonna move it to Tuesday, but specifically the later slots on Tuesday because I'm gonna stream twice on Tuesday after this. So it will be Tuesday, but starting at 1 instead of my usual 9. So that's when. I hope that's not too inconvenient for people. I'm sorry. It's just out of all of the games, this is the one that I felt was most okay to move to that time, because I feel like, you know, there's, aside from Mavis, there's not really a usual audience that watches this game. It's not like I have, unlike with, for example, Rainbow, I don't want to move Rainbow to a drastically different time because it has like a select audience. But this game doesn't really have like regular chatters or anything, it's just my usuals and also Mavis. So that's why I'm gonna be putting this game as like one of the later times, because I'm more willing to, you know, there's less harm in me moving it somewhere drastically different. Base Mavis, yeah, it's you. You are the main audience. But yeah, so that's why. Again, I will make like a big post about it once I do that, but that will probably be like probably tomorrow afternoon or Sunday. It's somewhere this weekend. You'll see. The chat reel, yeah. But yeah, that's the main thing. Alright. See y'all tomorrow, hopefully, for the board game stream. It'll be a fun one. Please come check it out. I know Woody will be there because if you want to see Woody on the stream, you should watch it, because yes, Woody feature, well, that's definitely what everyone's gonna be watching for. It's the most exciting thing about it. But yeah, bye bye. Why is no one ever alive when I try to raid people? It makes me so sad. I need to get more friends.